Hey guys, I'm MG with Wilder Off-Road. I'm actually coming to you from my driveway today. Just going to walk you through a quick tutorial of how to do an oil change on a 2017 JKU. So this oil change is going to be good for years 2012 to 2018 because they all share the same 3.6 liter. So let's go ahead and get started. So these are the products you're going to need to get started. Here's a full synthetic 5W20. We chose Valvoline because that's a brand we've been using for years and we just like their product. You're going to need an oil filter. This one is M1C 456A. You're also going to need a drip pan, something to catch your oil when you pull that plug. This is the socket you're going to need for your plug. So you're going to need a 13 millimeter, your ratchet wrench. When we pull that oil filter housing off, we're going to need a 24, and then a funnel. I have a little bit of shop towels and some brake cleaner for cleanup if we need it. Okay, so here we are under the Jeep. I have my ratchet wrench, my 13 millimeter socket, and so what we're going to do right now is locate the oil pan. So here we are, we're between the front wheels. Here's the front axle. So here, the oil pan is going to be the lowest part of the motor that you see here under the Jeep. So the lowest part of the motor, the transmission. So this bolt, this is where we're going. So what we're going to do is we're just going to break that tension real quick. Okay, get it loose to where you can kind of loosen up with your hands. And then I also want to note that you probably want to do this on your Jeep after it's been cooling down a while. You do not want to do this when it's still hot. So if you've been driving around, go ahead and let it sit before you go ahead and start, because this oil will be crazy hot. Okay, so we've waited about 5 minutes. We're now down to a really slow drip. Another thing I want to note is when you put your drain plug down, just be very careful where you place it. You don't want to get any dirt or gravel in there. So before we're going to put it back in, we're just going to make sure it's really clean. Check the threads, make sure nothing's in there that's going to mess with the drain pan. You don't want to have any oil leaking. So I'm just going to go ahead and thread it in, hand tight. Make sure there's no possibility that you're cross-threading that bolt. That's also like some causes for leaks sometimes. And then we're gonna torque it down, but not too tight. We're not trying to, it's just gotta be hand just where it feels like pretty snug, but to where you can go ahead and get it off next time. Just take your shop towel, clean up the area, no more drips. And then we're gonna head up to the top to get started. Okay, we're gonna get started up top. So go ahead and take your hood latches down. And let's get it going. So up here we have this cover, and it's really easy to remove. There's only two little points that it pops down on. So you're just gonna pop and lift and go ahead and set that aside. And here we're gonna locate our oil filter housing. It's actually this right here. So since this is my first time doing this style of oil change with this engine, I'm going to take it pretty slow, so bear with me here. So I have my 24 millimeter socket on my ratchet wrench, and I have my filter ready. I'm assuming this ring goes in the cap somewhere, and then I have the filter. So I placed a couple shop towels here just to catch any drips, because I'm actually not really sure what's gonna happen. Oh, hold on. Down here when I pull this off, so we'll see. Not sure how far those threads go down. Feels like it's starting to loosen up, so hopefully we're getting close. Let's see. Almost. Okay, here we go. All right, there we are. Okay, so it looks like it just fits up in this plastic housing. And now I have to figure out how to get it out. Let's see. I wonder if it just pops out. Okay, so it just pops out. So let me set this to the side. Let me grab another towel. All right. Okay, so that looks good. And oh, here's the seal. I just went ahead and grabbed just a simple flathead screwdriver, and then I'm just going to slip this under and pull it out this way. I'm not worried about damaging the one I'm taking off because we're just going to toss that. So I'm going to clean this up, get that old oil out of that groove, and then with the new seal, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of oil on my finger, and we're going to go ahead and coat it all the way around. Just making sure it's very consistently coated all the way through with some fresh, clean oil. And then we'll go ahead and install that here in that first groove right here. I'm just going to use my hands this time because I do not want a flathead to damage this new one. So we're going to go ahead and pull that all around. Slide it into that new groove. Make sure it's nice and snug, centered. There we go. The oil's on there, good. So it also calls for this top piece up here on the filter. Go ahead and add a little oil up there as well. And then we're going to go ahead and just slide this piece right on in here. It snaps. You can feel it tug on it a little bit. It's in there good. So this is going to fit right back into the housing. Line it up. And we're just going to hand tighten it down in there. So this housing actually calls for an 18 foot-pound torque, but most of us don't have a torque wrench laying around. So I'm just going to go ahead and hand tighten it all the way down and give it a quarter to a half turn, just to where it's snug, to where it's not going to give a little bit more, but also making it to where when I go back for my next oil change, it's easy to get down. We're going to come over to this side, pull our oil cap off. Going to insert that funnel that we showed earlier, and then the 3.6 liter calls for 5.9 liters, so that's why we went ahead and purchased the 6 liters. And then I don't know if I mentioned this before, but total cost of doing this yourself with the oil filter and the oil is going to be about $40. So I'm going to start with this 1 quart, and I'm going to grab my larger bottle. Okay, we're going to go ahead and replace that engine cover we took off earlier. So these two grommets are going to fit over these two raised points right here. And then there you go. So as soon as you finish your oil change, it's a good idea to go ahead and start your engine, let it run for a bit, and then go ahead and double check that there's no leaks going on anywhere. Okay, now that we've finished our oil change, we're gonna go ahead and hop in the Jeep. And before we turn on the engine like we were gonna do to check for leaks, we're gonna reset the oil indicator system. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the key in the ignition, and I'm gonna put it up to the on position, but don't turn the Jeep on. So now we're gonna pump the accelerator 3 times. And then we're gonna take the key and switch it to the lock position, so all the way off. So from here, we'll go ahead and turn the Jeep on, and we're gonna scroll through that menu, and we're gonna double check that we got it reset correctly. You can see that beautiful oil life is 100% remaining. So we're just gonna sit, let it run for a minute or two, go back, check underneath, check under the hood, make sure there's no leaks, everything is nice and tight. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm MG with Wilder Off-Road. Please like and subscribe, follow us for more tutorials, reviews, adventure videos, and keep an eye out for Project Coffee. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm MG with Wilder Off-Road.